George Thompson had always been an early riser. At 76, he still woke up at the crack of dawn, just like he did when he worked as a train conductor for 40 years. But lately, mornings felt different. Instead of waking up refreshed, he felt groggy, tired, heavy. The days blended into each other. His muscles ached, his back stiffened, and his mind, once sharp as a whistle, started to fog. George lived alone now in a quiet house at the edge of town. His wife, Margaret, had passed 5 years ago. Since then, nights had grown longer, lonelier, and sleep, once his comfort, had become his greatest struggle. At first, he brushed it off. Just part of getting old, he'd mumble. But months passed and sleep refused to visit him peacefully. He'd toss and turn, sometimes waking up at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling in silence. Other times, he'd sleep in short bursts, waking up more tired than before. The exhaustion started to show. He missed meals, forgot to return calls from his daughter. His daily walks became weekly ones, and deep down, George started to feel old, truly old. One afternoon, while watching a local health segment on TV, George heard something that caught his attention. Did you know that a consistent bedtime routine, even something as small as deep breathing, can help seniors improve their sleep, memory, and emotional health? That sentence lingered. That night, instead of turning on the news or scrolling through old photo albums, George sat in his recliner and simply breathed. In slowly for 4 seconds, held it, then out for 6. He repeated it for 5 minutes. It felt strange, too simple to work. But for the first time in weeks, he felt a flicker of calm. Encouraged, he repeated the breathing exercise the next night, and the next. He began turning off his lights earlier, avoiding heavy meals before bed. No more coffee after 4 p.m. Instead, he lit a soft lamp, brewed herbal tea, and did his breathing. Within 2 weeks, something shifted. He began falling asleep faster, waking up less. And that heavy fog in the mornings, slowly clearing. George started remembering small things again, watering the garden, calling his grandson, humming old jazz tunes while shaving. He returned to his daily walks, not far, just around the block, but it felt good, grounding. A month later, he added light stretching to his night routine. He bought a lavender candle, and soon his bedtime ritual became the favorite part of his day. Not because it fixed everything, but because it gave him control again. He smiled more, laughed more, shared his new routine with other seniors at the community center. 5 minutes of breathing, he'd tell them, and I swear it brought me back. The local nurse even noted improvements in his blood pressure and mood. His daughter Sarah visited more often and said, "You look lighter, Dad, happier." By month 3, George wasn't just sleeping. He was resting, recovering, reclaiming a part of himself he thought was lost forever. He didn't chase youth. He embraced peace. His story became a quiet inspiration in his neighborhood, a reminder that even in the later chapters of life, change is possible, healing is possible, and sometimes all it takes is one small habit done every night with intention.